you talked about, challenges of deciding who to let in and allocation. So what tips do you have for founders in that fortunate same place of how did you filter and decide who to let in, and how did you set allocation?
Yeah. So the thing that I always tell founders, at least it was true for us, is like, if someone invests $10,000 in a round, $25,000, $50,000, or $100,000, they're likely going to help the same.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not going to be that most investors, they want to invest to be part of something, and one hit will help them a lot, but they'll probably help the same. So our strategy was always cram as many people in as we can, because more help is better than less help.
Yeah.
Um, so, we usually used to send these monthly emails with basically to all our investors saying, hey, what we need help. And every time someone came in and like had a solution, had, some connection, etc. And people who invested like $10,000,
Yeah.
and if you structure your docs right, you can make it very seamless to add or remove someone, for that invest $10,000. So there's no friction in adding more people. So my advice is, you know, get a lot of helpful people instead of, a few people with like larger allocations.
Interesting.
Except your lead, like your lead needs to have their allocation, but after that,
Yeah. Did you have to negotiate down with some of these bigger VC firms who wanted to put in, like you're saying, a certain allocation amount? But
yeah, I think with funds is a little bit different, but I find that angel investors are much more helpful than funds besides your lead one. So, at least for us, the most helpful were like, Max and Peter, or Elad, that's like angel investor, or Ruchi, or like, any of these kind of like early angel investors that were spending time with us. I found the funds sometimes, not as helpful, because a lot of times you want help with from the operators, like people who built companies before, and can give you a
sure.
lot of advice. Versus a lot of venture funds, they haven't built companies, but there's exceptions that a lot of venture funds built from operators, and those are really cool.
Yeah. Any tips for, once you've built this awesome investor base, for sort of activating them, getting them to help? Is it just putting things you need help in
Ask,
the
ask,
newsletter?
ask. Don't be shy to ask. Like, I think, we were asking every single month and pushing and insisting, and, we were never shy to ask, you know?
Give me an example of like things you were asking for help on.
We needed to partner with a bank to start out Brex, and we sent an emails like, hey, do you know anyone that owns a bank?
Right.
That's
Yeah.
how we actually got the intro to our banking partner. So